Work Sharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsman.
Being outdoors, hunting and fishing is really all about being with family and friends for us.
We just try to do it on our own, experience the hunts and the fishing, whatever we do, without a guide.
I wouldn't give that up for anything.
Yeah, nice fish.
Can you believe that?
Way to go.
Yeah.
That was a doozy. That was a doozy, wasn't it?
This week on the Northwest Outdoorsman,
That's freaking sweet.
Worked out perfect.
Oh no.
It's a good stock, wasn't it?
Justin and Trenton are hunting whitetails in eastern Oregon.
Now it's gonna go right where we want to just go. We'll let him grow a few years. It is sweet.
Work Sharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsman, brought to you by Max Lure, Whitewater Lodge, Lodestar Outfitters, Procure Bait Sense, Valley Marine, Micklich, Wolf Creek Hunting, Atomica Music. Hunting with a muzzleloader provides a challenge to hunters only eclipsed by bow hunting. This style of hunting makes us appreciate the difficulty the early Europeans faced as they settled the wild lands in North America. Justin Herold and Trenton Neil upped the challenge hunting for whitetail bucks in the wide open spaces of northeastern Oregon. Whitetail deer are naturally wary, but in the wide open fields, they seem nearly impossible to approach. With Old Man Winter knocking on the door, the guys grab their primitive rifles and head to the grassy hills.
First day, Rich came over from Washington and met up with us in Eastern Oregon, and we spent the majority of the day glassing some open fields.
Definitely whitetails though.
Yeah.
Justin drew a whitetail muzzleloader deer tag, and he invited me up to hunt with him. He knew that I've hunted with muzzleloader before and just really enjoy the challenge of getting close.
Another doe.
A lot of does, one nice buck.
It's looking good. So basically, we can hunt all of this. There's one up there.
Well, here's some.
Yep. Here we go.
Yep, drove around, checked some property that we had permission on, and
Yeah, he's not bad.
Can't hunt there? No?
No.
Oh, dang it.
That's how it usually works. See what the morning brings. A lot of area. A lot of places you can't get to by the road.
Well, looks good to me.
Yeah.
the property that we originally wanted to hunt had a bunch of deer on it, a bunch of whitetails and plenty of mule deer, but we were after the whitetails, so.
Spork?
Spork?
I think we'll give them a few more years.
You gonna pass on them?
Yeah.
There's another one to the right.
Yeah, we were jacked for sure. We had a few bucks spotted and good company, so we were ready to go. The next morning, got up, had good breakfast, and went and met Trenton at the property that we were gonna hunt.
Born and raised here, went to school in Enterprise, Oregon. Grew up hunting with my dad and my grandpa. It's always been a passion.
Started out just by glassing out the truck windows, didn't want to push anything out if they were close to the road.
The first morning, I met up with Justin and we made up a game plan, and we decided we'd split up. He would go one way and I'd go to another.
Trying to make a game plan here, and I think we're gonna split up.
I think if just someone goes right here, then I'll go up a little further.
shooter's loaded.
We loaded up, got our gear ready, had some deer spotted up on the ridge line. We were gonna make a move.
Yeah, those deer hopefully go that way.
I don't know. I mean, those right there, hopefully they'll go back this way. It's below that rock.
There is one. Yeah, let's just get up there.
Oh man, Justin. That thing was just buried in this stuff.
Coming up after the break,
He is lost.
Worksharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsman, brought to you by Max Lure, Whitewater Lodge, Lodestar Outfitters, Procure Bait Sense, Valley Marine, Micklich, Wolf Creek Hunting, Atomica Music. Welcome back to Eastern Oregon.
The first morning, I met up with Justin and we made up a game plan, and we decided we'd split up. He would go one way and I'd go to another.
Trying to make a game plan here, and
Those right there, hopefully they'll go back this way. It's below that rock.
there is one. Yeah, let's just get up there.
We loaded up, got our gear ready, had some deer spotted up on the ridge line. We were gonna make a move, and walking through some tall brush, and about 20 yards in front of us, up jumps a nice buck, and we were caught red-handed. I mean, there was nothing we could do. We just watched him jump up and run away.
Hurt in the front leg. Front left.
Scare everything out of here, though.
So after that, we decided that, that we probably needed to slow down a little bit, take our time, glass some more, and we made our way up to the ridge line.
That's that good one.
I was pretty excited that first morning as we were seeing a lot of deer.
Had a little spike that we needed to crest over so we could move, kind of stuck in a spot. We made a game plan and decided to split up, cover a little bit more territory, see what we could see.
So tall in there. I mean, it was chest high.
After we split up, weren't seeing much, weren't finding what we were looking for, so we decided to meet back up and go find another spot to look at.
So we had a lot of land to cover and glass, and we glassed a lot, but never could find a buck.
We went for a little drive, check out another property. As we were driving to look at the property, a pretty nice buck crossed the road in front of us and walked down a fence line. So we decided to make a game plan on him and went up a draw and tried to get below him.
Went up this draw and we split up again, me and Justin did. And I went up and got up on top.
And it just started pounding snow on us. So visibility turned pretty bad.
And the snow really started coming down, but I was kind of hoping it might give us an advantage.
Where is he?
I have no idea. Last time we seen him, he was up on that ridge, went over, and we had to go all the way around.
I got up on top and Justin looped back around and we met up on top, and it started snowing pretty good. Muzzleloaders, you don't want your powder to get wet or your primers. So we ended up taping our barrels.
Oh, it might not stick.
Then we made a plan and went after the buck, but he ended up going over the hill. And so we just let it go and thought we'd come back tomorrow morning.
Next morning, we went back to the place we went the first morning and did some more glassing. As we got there and the sun started shining, we saw a nice buck working up the ridgeline. Once again, we made a game plan and tried to cut him off. So we hustled our way up to the top of the ridge.
He's actually running.
He's gonna follow those does, and they're gonna go.
Got up there, and when we got up there, saw movement to the left and thought, oh boy, here we go. You know, we made it.
Coming up after the break,
Good job, you guys.
Worksharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsman, brought to you by Max Lure, Whitewater Lodge, Lodestar Outfitters, Procure Bait Sense, Valley Marine, Micklich, Wolf Creek Hunting, Atomica Music. Welcome back to the Muzzleloader Hunt.
Got up there, and when we got up there, saw movement to the left and thought, oh boy, here we go. You know, we made it.
We got up on top, looked around, and couldn't find him.
Trenton made a move to the right just as he crested over the other ridge line, saw the buck and the rest of the does run up the ridge.
But it looks like they came up from down there.
No, it's hard to beat the scenery here. We're pretty fortunate to where we live up here. We got the mountains in our backyard. Mountains are right there.
So the scenery never gets old around here. I mean, beautiful mountains, had some fresh snow. It was awesome. So the third day, we met back up with Trenton at his house. We decided to go back to where we seen that buck the second day and come in on him a little different. Hopefully he was still there. Rich and I kind of headed down this draw. We got in there and he wasn't there. Trenton got us on the radio and said, hey, there's a buck coming your way. And sure enough, here comes this little spike about 20, 30 yards from us.
You know, it's really hard to get close to a whitetail buck, and I didn't really know what Justin was going to decide to do when that little forky came by.
We'll let him grow.
Got a few more days anyway.
Yeah. Just too bad he wasn't a little bigger. Would have worked perfect.
He'd have been a good one, but we were just looking for something bigger. So, fourth day, colder than cold, 11 degrees, nothing's working. Hands aren't working, binoculars are, frosted up.
Dogs are just kind of milling around and he's keeping
Justin spotted a buck.
He's coming this way, dude.
So we made a game plan that I'd loop around on the other side. So I went up on the ridge, spotted him. I probably hung out for a couple hours maybe. He jumped up, took off, and he would come right towards me, but I couldn't get a shot at him. Then he veered off to the left and disappeared.
Well, Rich and I headed back towards the truck and got a hold of Trenton, and Trenton said, well, I have a buck bedded down, you know, about 100, 150 yards right in front of me. So we decided that we needed to make a move. My plan was I was gonna come from the bottom and either get a shot at him or push him into Trenton. We snuck up there and the wind was perfect. I thought it sounded good, you know, the way he was acting. He was still moving pretty good. Well, he kind of ran up the hill, 80 yards or so, and
He was standing there broadside for me, and I took the shot and dropped him.
Nice shot.
He was just standing there, so
No.
I shot him.
Good job, you guys.
Coming up after the break,
That's freaking sweet.
Worked out perfect.
Can you believe that?
Worksharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsman, brought to you by Max Lure, Whitewater Lodge, Lodestar Outfitters, Procure Bait Sense, Valley Marine, Micklich, Wolf Creek Hunting, Atomica Music. Welcome back. A big buck is down.
I thought it sounded good, you know, the way he was acting. He was still moving pretty good.
He was standing there broadside for me, and I took the shot and dropped him.
When Justin told me that Trenton had knocked that buck down, man, I was really excited. My heart was pounding just like I was the one that was hunting.
Nice shot.
He was just standing there, so
No.
I shot him.
Good job, you guys. That's freaking sweet.
Worked out perfect.
I was kind of shocked, but it was a good time. And probably 100, 110 yards.
Freaking smoked him, dude. Nice. Love it.
Day 5, still cold. We're getting tired, you know, after packing Trenton's buck out. We decided to try another chunk of property we had permission on and spotted a good buck. The does that he was with worked up the hill and were out of sight, and he was all by himself, so that was our chance to make a move on him. We worked up a fence line. It was noisy, that's all I can say. It was crunchy, and the weeds, I didn't know what to think at this point. He was in a good spot, but just the conditions, you know, I didn't know what to do, so we just kept moving real slow.
Just as soon as Justin and I started through that tall grass, my heart started pounding.
I was worried about getting too close. I had an idea of where he was. I thought we were right on top of him. I thought we were too close, so we set up. Eventually, Rich says, right there, right there. I didn't even see him. I thought he was more to my left while he was down below us. took a shot and nothing, you know, he spun around and come running right back to us. And I'm standing there going, oh, I gotta reload.
That one got him. That one got him.
Yeah, buddy.
Can you believe that? Oh my God.
You got loaded again. No way.
I'm shaking like a tree, you know, my adrenaline's pumping.
I just really can't believe you got loaded again.
It was kind of cool watching Justin and Rich make a sneak on this buck out in the middle of the field laying down.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are sweet.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Those are cool.
What a deal there.
What do you think about that?
Unbelievable.
Hunting with friends is amazing, you know, the stories that you come up with and the memories that you make, there's something that's gonna last a lifetime with you.
The fun really is who you hunt with. It was really fun to hunt with Trenton and Justin.
It's been fun. I mean, it's great hunting with friends.
Now it's time for another Herod's Cookhouse recipe, brought to you by Mickledge, the Spokane Spice Company since 1948. Today we are making venison meatballs. Dice 1 stalk celery, 2 cloves garlic, and a half an onion into small pieces. Add vegetables to 1 pound venison burger and stir. Add 1 tablespoon Herod's Cookhouse Northwest Steak Seasoning, 1 tablespoon Italian seasoning, half a cup of breadcrumbs and 1 egg. Stir into meat mixture. Add 1/4 cup milk and stir again. Form into meatballs and place in a preheated 400-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. Serve with your favorite side dishes and enjoy. That's good. For this and other great recipes, visit the Herod Outdoors website. Tune in next week for another great wild game recipe.
Yep, know most of the landowners, so that makes it a lot easier to be able to get permission. So yeah, about every year, I mean, you call about the same time of year, ask them permission, and they usually say yes. So it makes it a lot easier than instead of going out in the timber. I mean, we got a lot of private land around here, so getting permission's easier for buck hunting.